What's up, everybody? Welcome to the only show where wrestling and cosplay unite is too sweet and short. How's everybody doing, man? I have EJV here.
Como estas, wildcard?
Greetings, STVO here. All right, everybody. So in this Too Sweet and Short, we're going to talk about AEW Dynamite in the main event of the show. The Best Friends versus Santana Ortiz in a parking lot brawl. So previously on AEW Dynamite, Santana and Ortiz and the Best Friends had a match in the main event with the parking lot brawl. Great moments included Trent getting power bombs through the windshield of a car, Orange Cassidy popping out of the trunk and giving the assist to the Best Friends by delivering an orange punch. And then, of course, who can forget the awesome moment at the very end of the match where Trent's mom, Sue, flipped off Santana and Ortiz while driving away in her car. So this match has received rave reviews. It's been considered one of the better parking lot brawls since Eddie Guerrero and John Cena back in 2003. What are your guys' thoughts on this match? Did you get to watch it, and where would you rank it in comparison to other matches and thoughts if it delivered on the rave reviews? Who'd like to take this one? EJV, go for it.
That last little line in that I thought is pretty dead on. It's been one of the better parking lot brawls / street fights over the past few years, especially since around that time, because the Eddie Guerrero John Cena one was kind of a more precedent to the modern day street fight parking lot brawl because of the fact it was so gritty. It was so almost, I won't say underproduced, because it was with the cars lined up around everybody, them in the center, brawling it out. There was no big fancy intros, none of that stuff. To me, I thought this was a really, really great match, and it's kind of, I compare it to the Undisputed, or to Adam Cole versus Velveteen Dream in a sense of the difference in production. If you noticed, the matchup between Adam Cole and Velveteen Dream, theirs was more produced, the lighting was perfect, it was more cinematic, where the Best Friends and Santana Ortiz was more of a brawl. It was more of like this gritty type of thing where you can almost envision somebody on their cell phone recording a real life fight in a parking lot. And that's the way I saw it. I thought it was a really strong match. Both teams looked great. It looked like a real fight. Like I said, that power bomb through the windshield had me cringing. Trent's back coming off that covered in blood and broken glass sticking out. It was pretty gruesome, but it was also great. The ending where they did the stump power bomb onto the car hood, and then Trent with his finish, the dude buster through the piece of wood into the truck bed, and then of course Orange Cassidy popping out with the orange punch with the chain wrapped around his fist. I thought was great. Besides other member of our crew thinks so. We'll talk about that later. But it was an overall fun match. It was a great way to end the show. Of course, Sue's mom flipping off Santana and Ortiz in a brand new minivan. Go Trent's mom. But yeah, it was a great match. Great, well done once again by AEW with that match.
Very nice take. Wildcard, what was your thoughts on the parking lot brawl?
That was a fun match. That was a fun match to watch. I as far as in comparing it to the likes of Eddie Guerrero and John Cena, I think it's up there with them. I mean, I don't see why not. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't be surprised if they drew inspiration from that match itself, because it was very hard hitting. It was very exciting. In a way, it kind of it felt like a normal AEW show. When I mean normal, I mean I'm talking about with a full crowd, a full arena, and they would actually do one of these gimmick type matches in the back there too. So it just kind of felt that way to me. So but anyway, with the match itself, like I said, it was just very it was brutal. It was hard hitting. I can still visualize Trent's back after that power bomb he took on the windshield. I mean, that was very very bloody. to say the least there. But props to him for taking that spot there. And of course, with Orange Cassidy coming out, we all knew that he was going to come out at some point. We just didn't know how. Happened to be out of the trunk of a car. So, of course, it has to be, because that's Orange Cassidy for you right there. But, just seeing him hit that orange punch, which was, it's already hard enough without the chain. Imagine the impact it takes with the chain there. I thought that, the match itself was great. It was very entertaining, and it was a nice way to end AEW Dynamite. And also, it was kind of a reminder of, that I don't think we give a lot of credit to Best Friends that much either, because, they were one of the first tag teams signed to AEW, and I feel like, especially with the addition of FTR and, other tag teams in the division right there, I don't think Best Friends gets enough credit there. So, especially with how talented those guys are. Shout out to Trent's mom, too, for flipping the bird off there. So I thought that was a pretty awesome way to end the segment there. Only AEW for you. Only AEW would do something like that. But fun match overall. Really enjoyed it. Hope they do more of those. I was thoroughly entertained by that match.
I think before you start, Steve, I just don't mean to interrupt you. I just want to point out that I heard this on an interview with Santana and Ortiz this morning on Busted Open Radio, that they actually and said that Jerry Lynn helped him agent that match, and so that's a great pick, because if anybody knows a hardcore street fight parking lot brawl from the days of ECW, it's none other than Mr. Jerry Lynn himself. So they definitely had the right agent coming in to help them out to put this match together.
Well, that makes sense. Nice. Makes sense.
Yeah, that's a great take, and great match. I did like I liked that it wasn't a cinematic match. I'm kind of getting tired of the cinematic matches being overplayed. The street fight in NXT Takeover in Your House with Adam Cole and the Velveteen Dream, it was a fun match, but I didn't like how it was over the top cinematic. This reminded me more of a ECW style match, or more so WWF Attitude Era hardcore match, which I very much enjoyed those matches back in the day. I like seeing those matches happen every now and then. Very, very hard hitting, very hardcore. I enjoyed it. I didn't get to watch it live because I was out for my birthday, but I did get to watch it a little before we started recording. I'm glad I did, as I heard some great reviews this morning from some wrestling sites I followed, as well as various wrestling Facebook groups, and it definitely delivered on the hype. So I'm glad that it was brought up. I'm glad we got to discuss this match in general. I love the face paint Santana and Ortiz sported, kind of in homage to the Dead Presidents, and my colleagues EJV and Nico were talking about earlier. They did something similar in Impact Wrestling with that. So I'll let them elaborate that a little more in full. But no, I did want to just say that, I enjoyed the match. Great to see the Best Friends get some momentum. Orange Cassidy's cameo, I enjoyed it. It was funny. Sue, Trent's mom, modern day Judy Bagwell, if you will. I think she's hilarious. I really enjoy the gimmick. The flipping of the bird at the end was hilarious. So props to AEW for delivering on this match on their show this week. So we're going to pass along to our colleague Nico, who wasn't able to join us at the time for this recording, but we'll get his take right now.
What's going on, you guys? I am Nico. I'm going to give my thoughts on the match that took place this past week on AEW Dynamite between the Best Friends, Trent and Chucky T, versus Santana and Ortiz, Proud and Powerful of the Inner Circle. I thought the match was very good. It's been receiving a lot of high praises throughout the week, throughout the past few days. Today's Saturday as I'm recording this, and it's a place this past Wednesday on Dynamite, as I mentioned. It's receiving a lot of high praises, rightfully so. I agree with my colleagues that this has probably been the best parking lot brawl type of, I guess we can call it a parking lot brawl. This has been the best one in wrestling since Eddie Guerrero versus John Cena back on SmackDown. I believe that was in 2003. But yes, I would say this match ranks right up there. I enjoyed the match. I had to watch it back a couple times in case I missed some certain things, so I can properly dissect it as a viewer and as a fan. However, I do not think it was worthy of a 5-star rating. I'm not knocking Santana and Ortiz or Chucky T and Trent. They went out there and they did their thing, and it was the climax to the story that they've been telling for the past few weeks on television. I love both of those tag teams. I'm a fan of both tag teams. However, there were certain things that I didn't agree with. Number one was the finish. I don't have a problem with Chucky T and Trent going over. I do have a problem with, however, is Orange Cassidy getting involved. I know he is friends with the best friends, and he's looking out for his boys. That's fine. And Santana and Ortiz have ties to Chris Jericho, due to their affiliation in the Inner Circle. My issue with that, however, is Orange Cassidy just got done beating Chris Jericho. It looks like their feud's over. He won the 2 out of the 3 matches. Okay. But now he's kind of downgrading. I'm not saying that downgrading, it's downgrading feuding with Santana and Ortiz. What I'm saying is the fact that he got involved when he necessarily didn't need to, is a problem for me. I think Santana and Ortiz are the better tag team than the Best Friends. That's just my personal opinion. I know the Best Friends are baby faces right now. But I just love the way Santana and Ortiz work. Plus, I'm a Latino, so, I gotta support my guys. I love that they came out with the Dead President's look. That's a classic movie. It was even mentioned by Tony Schiavone at the beginning of the match, which I thought was pretty cool as well. I just didn't like that Orange Cassidy got involved. I know he's helping out his guys, but Trent and Chucky T are supposed to be the baby faces. Why are they needing help from another babyface to defeat the heels? I felt, while the match was cool to see and done right, it had a very gritty and cool, hardcore, actual street fight type of style and look. I didn't enjoy the fact that Trent's mom, Sue, is the one who is the most over out of the end of the entire match, just from flipping the bird. Okay, they Santana and Ortiz destroyed her car. What the finish should have been, if you were going to have somebody involved, have the mom come out and hit Santana and Ortiz with the car to cost them the match, or come out of nowhere and kick them or punch them in the nuts. Do something different than Orange Cassidy getting involved. Because to me, what that does is that means, okay, the Inner Circle is probably going to get involved in Orange Cassidy's match next week, when he goes against Mr. Brody Lee for the TNT Championship. And they might cost him the title. And then, okay, so then we're right back to where we were with Orange Cassidy feuding with Chris Jericho in the Inner Circle. But yet he already beat Chris Jericho 2 out of 3. So please, explain this to me. I don't get it. Who am I supposed to hate here? I'm supposed to hate Santana and Ortiz, right? As the heels. Why am I supposed to be cheering over the fact that Orange Cassidy, who didn't need to get involved, did get involved? That makes no sense to me. Okay, I'm losing my train of thought. Overall, I thought the match was very good. Santana and Ortiz, Trent and Chucky T, amazing job. Very entertaining. The look and the feel of the match was good. I just didn't like how the finish came to be. I don't have a problem with the Best Friends going over, even though I personally feel Santana and Ortiz are the better tag team of the two. That's just my personal opinion. But overall, I enjoyed the match. Dave Meltzer gave it a 5-star rating, so it must be good. Those are my thoughts. Thanks for listening, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Sorry I had to cut out early after our original episode, and I couldn't do this Too Sweet and Short live with my crew. But thank you all for listening. We greatly appreciate it. and we'll see you in the next one. Have a great rest of your day, guys. Later.
Thank you, Nico. We all appreciate it. EJV, did you want to elaborate like the background of Santa and Ortiz's face paint?
Yeah, sure. They actually did this in TNA in Impact Wrestling during their stint as LAX. I don't know the specific storyline they were in, if it was them versus the OGs or if it was them versus the Lucha Brothers, because those are the two biggest feuds in Impact that Santana and Ortiz had. But that face paint is definitely a take off of Dead Presidents, and they would use it in Impact Wrestling. It was Santana and Ortiz, Diamante, and I believe Conan, who all used that paint when they came out to the ring one time. And it's a pretty cool look. It's a different look for them. And I think for especially a big fight feel like this, it almost made them seem like they were going to that dark place that they needed to go in order to be able to take the pain that they were going to feel in this match. So definitely props to the storytelling on that.
Very nice. Yeah. Great discussion. Thank you for that input on the face paint representation. So that was Too Sweet and Short. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. And if you haven't done so already, subscribe to the Too Sweet Cosplay YouTube channel. And also be sure to follow us at Too Sweet Cosplay on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. So from all of us, Too Sweet, and enjoy your week.